Okay, good morning, guys. It's Melissa, and I will be getting ready soon to go on a radio talk show to talk about my business. Last time I was on a show, it's funny because I was networking and somebody there, I had talked about my business and someone there was like, uh, I'm like, yeah, I need exposure for my business. I need some help. And they're like, well, let's do it right now. I'm like, right now? They're like, yeah, let's go. So we went outside and on the spot, I had an interview. I wasn't even dressed for it. I was just, in jeans and I just was not prepared, but it went well. It went well. It was off the cuff and it went fine. So this time I have my two interviews from the book that I had sent ahead of time that I will be working off. Um, I asked for prayer from a friend, and she was like, your heart for motherhood shines through, Melissa." So I'm going to be talking about my entrepreneur spark, my transformational journey of motherhood, and how that really changed me because I just remember, really not having direction in my life until I became a mother. And right before that, I became a Christian. So, I mean, everything was new for me. I think being a Christian actually, really put me on the path of having some kind of purpose in my life. And then on top of motherhood, right shortly after becoming a Christian, I really felt needed and I felt like I really had something worth living for. And then as I grew in my motherhood, I just knew if I did one thing in my life, just one thing I wanted to do well, it was being a mother. And of course, being a wife was huge to me too. And I had made a ton of changes once I became a Christian as a wife. And so seeing how those choices in my life, those pivotal points had showed me, especially with homeschooling too, that you can do it. You can have a family. I think financially was a big change too. The finances, you can raise a family on very little. And, having the mindset of business growing up and thinking, okay, I graduated a year ahead and I had success. I mean, I was going for, being a court reporter, and I did do that for about a year and I had that worldly success in a sense, and I didn't want it. I mean, I worked for a court reporting company too while going to college, and I didn't want it. It didn't feel authentic to me. It was very I was immature. I had the blonde hair. That's when I got in my car accident too. My first car accident. I was talking to my son about this, and I only had my license for not that long when I had gotten in my car accident. So I didn't get hurt, luckily. But I'll talk about that another time. But my point is, it was just very surface to me, very uh I don't know, just very inauthentic. And I remember thinking, this is not me, and I was true to myself. And so then at that point, I wanted kids and it looked like we couldn't have them. And then I went into hairdressing school. So, once I was pregnant, when I was close to graduating, I made a conscious decision to stay home and I found a lot of fulfillment. So, being a mother really changed my life too. And then the homeschooling, to see that I could do this and to push myself and to have a lot of books and a lot of classes and to transform my life, not just with books, but with community, and to really make changes and see, coming from that mentality, a little bit more of victimhood, to see no, there was a lot of choices that I could make. And it's not just life always happens to you. I mean, there's a balance. Some things do happen to you and there we have a lot of choices. So, and then my entrepreneur spark, my journey there was just seeing a lot of jobs that just were missing a lot in the cleaning business. Just seeing, oh, this just you need a better system here. So that was I saw gaps there, and that's what gives me an edge in the cleaning business because I have so much experience with different companies that I got to see a lot of those gaps. And so my business is very high quality, personalized, custom care and high end cleaning. And I just this morning got offered to learn carpet cleaning too. So that's a new skill I'm adding as of probably this week. And then, just seeing, all my experience with restaurant work, like over like 20 years in different jobs in the restaurant business and seeing, okay, I can take my skills and my hard work and seeing also how important family was to me, and even now my time is still important to me, and getting that middle ground, trying to live between family and work, and then saying no, the middle ground is entrepreneurship, because you have that flexibility, you have that ability to make your own schedule so that you can meet both those demands, and also being such a hard worker, and recently just working for a franchise and seeing, really being pushed by this boss and seeing, I need you to do this and I need you to do this and this and this and this, and the harder I worked, the more I saw that if, just recently, if I just, even put more work into my business because I work so hard, I mean, I can make so much more money. What am I doing here working harder when that same amount of work can get me better results? So, um, just recently, being in this business class, and, we had a change of theory working on that. And for homework tonight, we have to do, finances and some projections for the future. So, as I do this, it's just come together in my interview too of how this kind of happened, and choices I made that had brought this together. So I have more clarity now. So, um, as I move into this interview today, I'm looking forward to this. Clarity just last week with a mentor who helped me interview questions. I have more interview questions coming up to help me in my business next week with just my personal growth. So it's coming together. And what I wanted to share is, before I go on this interview today, I have people around me. I have a couple shout outs I'll be doing, and I have people around me to help me with this. And that's made a huge difference where I did just try for a short term time in New Hampshire, just real quick. I was like, okay, I guess I'll get my business going on my own. I had one home, and they wanted me to fix the iron in their water and everything, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I guess I'm not ready, because I had taken on, a customer that really wasn't for me. I mean, I had gone to the hardware store and got some stuff to get some iron deposits off her faucet, and it just, I was like, whoa, this is way too much. I got over my head, but to get this business class too under my belt and the networking to say, this is not your customer, to understand that, to say no. No means next opportunity. So there's a lot I've been learning, and just looking forward to this interview to really boost my business and help others too. So this is what I'm doing this morning. It's not in my own strength, it's with others, and it's with prayer. And hopefully God's glory will be seen, that motherhood is a very high calling in life, and my social impact is definitely going to shine through with helping other women who are underserved, who feel they cannot be a mother. Okay, so that's what I got for now, guys. Thanks for joining me.